How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she pop it, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about former Washington Commander Montez Sweat and how he has done something that has really embarrassed the Washington Commanders and showed the true colors of who we really are right now. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. And also subscribe to Juan Gotti TV. That link is down below in the description so you guys can keep up with my real life and what I got going on in my real life outside of this. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. So I know a lot of y'all are probably like, Juan, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let go. Don't talk about Montez Sweat no more. He's not here in Washington. And I get it, okay? I don't really talk about Montez Sweat, but I never really had an issue with Montez Sweat. I wanted Tiz to be back here. Quite frankly, I did. If they decide to pay him, I was gonna be happy. But they got a second round pick for him. But at that time, which for that time it was kind of a big deal, and it was like a good move, somewhat. But Montez Sweat has went to Chicago, and he's done exactly what I thought he was gonna do. I knew he was gonna tear it up. If you know football, and I don't really like necessarily saying that, but I mean it's true. Like if you know when you see a good player, you know. Like in Washington, Tiz never was able to reach that peak, never was able to be that elite edge rusher. But I think there in Chicago, he's gonna have the opportunity to. Chicago has a really good defense, and Tez has added to that, and he's made it that much better. And he's on a team on a defensive line that I can't think off the top of my head. That's his squad. You know what I'm saying? Although Chase Young didn't live up to what he did here in Washington, he didn't live up to the number 2 overall pick. But it was supposed to be Chase Young and Montez Sweat, right? So he was always the background dancer. He was always number 2. This is in Chicago, unless I'm vividly missing somebody that's balling that's way better than him in Chicago. This is Montez Sweat and so-and-so. You feel me? So I think Tez really just probably needed his own team, needed to change the scenery, and I think he's gonna ball. He's already at 6.5 sacks on the season for Chicago, and he left here in Washington with 6.5 too. But that's not even the bad part about it, right? The bad part about it is that he had 6 sacks in Chicago and 6.5 here in Washington. The thing that's sad about the whole Montez Sweat thing is he leads the Washington Commanders in sacks, and he leads the Chicago Bears in sacks. Round of applause for Montez Sweat. Let me say that one more time. He leads the Commanders, who he left at the trade deadline, with sacks at 6.5. And he leads the Chicago Bears, where he came after the trade deadline at 6 sacks. So, do Washington regret trading him? Should they have signed him? I don't think they regret trading him. But, I mean, I didn't want to pay him the money that he got. But, shoot, I mean, you look at what he's done, 12.5 sacks. You know, basically. So, I mean, the guy's probably warranted of that contract. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only going to get worse for as far as the richer, right? Josh Allen's only going to get a bigger contract because he's at 13.5, right? I think 13. He may be at 14 sacks this year, if I can remember correctly. And then obviously Micah Parsons, right? He's at 12.5 this year, right? So he's going to get a big bag, man. So it only could have got worse. But look, we were embracing the full rebuild, right? So that's probably another reason why this team didn't pay Montez Sweat. Josh Hurst maybe have told Ron Rivera, don't pay nobody, right? Don't do nothing. So that's probably why they didn't sign Montez Sweat. If Josh Hurst had came in, I would say last year, or maybe the next following year after Ron Rivera has left, then maybe they would have paid Tez. But simple fact that he's coming on a year, that being Josh Harris, now that he's coming to becoming the owner on the year that they were on their last years of their deal, he was probably like, you don't gotta pay him. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, before he left, those 6 sacks, they were cool, but they weren't like crazy 6 sacks. I think what he's doing in Chicago is way more better than what he was doing in Washington. But nevertheless, I really made this video to embarrass the Commanders and show how down bad we really are. The fact that a guy that's not even on our team is probably going to finish with leading our team in sacks. And I think the analysts said that may have never been done before. That a player that got traded at the deadline leads his former team and current team in sacks. So, and that's crazy. That's really crazy. That just show you how down bad we are. No edge rushers. And I was kind of the fool that thought, hey, look, they play well together, right? They may play well together. That being Casey Toohill, James Smith-Williams, Andre Jones, F.A. Obata, because they're gonna rush as one. It's gonna force Jack Del Rio to have to be creative. Boy, was I wrong. But hey, look, man, shout out to Tez though. Shout out to Tez. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm actually happy for him that he got paid and he's balling and he's living up to that contract that they offered him. I'm all about a man getting his bag and living up to his bag. So shout out to Montez Sweat. I don't know what Washington's gonna do as far as edge rusher though, because there are some guys that are coming out this draft class and also free agency, but I don't know if we're willing to spend the top money that it's gonna cost for Josh Allen or somebody like that. Because to be honest with you, I think we have enough money to get some game changers. I don't want to get these mid guys. Now, obviously, you're going to have some average Joes on the roster. And not everybody can be a superstar. But what I'm saying is, edge rusher is a position where I need premier players. We thought we had one in Chase Young, and we didn't. So I want a premier player at that position at least. So I don't know if we're going to be willing to throw a bag at some of these top guys, or maybe we find a way to get a gem in the 2nd or 3rd round or something like that. Maybe a Chop Robinson or something, you know. But we need to find a way to do something. Feel me? So, all right, though, y'all. That being said, I'm going to get out of here. Just wanted to quickly come on there and let you guys know that it's really embarrassing, though, but I had to let y'all know that Montez Sweat leads the Washington Commanders sacks and the Chicago Bears in sacks, and he's no longer a part of one of those teams. So that being said, as always, be your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Want to roll to 7,000 subscribers? We greatly appreciate it if you guys can help me get there as soon as possible. And also subscribe to Juan Gotti TV to follow my journey on my real life side of things outside of that sports talk. See y'all later. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.